Hey guys, welcome back to Just Being a Mom podcast. And today on episode 85, we are talking all about how to get your kid to stop sucking their thumb or their fingers. I wish I had more information for pacifier parents, but honestly, I tried to give them a pacifier. I wish they had taken the pacifier, but they just didn't. They were finger suckers through and through. They get it honest. I sucked my thumb, so it's all my fault. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. You never want to miss a video. You never want to miss a podcast. If you're new, welcome. Definitely subscribe. And yeah, let's get into it. So like I said, I was a thumb sucker. My dad was a thumb sucker. It's like runs in the family. I tried so hard to get them to take the pacifier and they just wouldn't. I will do some more research on pacifiers. Like there's like different pacifier systems that like I saw it today, and like the pacifier shrinks, like gets smaller, like it's a set of 5 and it gets smaller in their mouth, and like they don't even like, they don't realize that it's shrinking, and then they're just like, I don't need this anymore. That's one way. And then like another way I've heard, like the Santa, like during Christmas, like I guess it's like a Santa swap, like they give all the passies and then they get gifts for Christmas. I don't know. But those are some good tricks that I've heard that parents have been very successful with pacifiers, so definitely try it. But for thumb sucking, I know this to a T, okay? And I know exactly what to do to get them to stop, because I have tried all the ways to get them to stop. You want them to stop sucking, per my dentist, you want them to stop sucking before they are 3. Just because their jaw is still developing and it would affect their jaw permanently. And he said, like, if it's after 3, then it's just fine. Just let them keep sucking it, because their jaw's already messed up at this point and it's already set into a place where they can't fix it without braces. So if they're 3, it's fine. But I don't want my kids going to school sucking their thumb, because I got made fun of. So I just really don't want them to get made fun of. And the only reason I let him suck it so long was because he's just such a good sleeper. Such a good sleeper. My kids are great sleepers. I never had a sleep issue. They still nap. My kid's almost 5. He still naps to this day. No longer sucks the thumb though. He's just a really great napper. But I will say the thumb had a lot to do with it, because it's just a self-soother. They can naturally self-soothe. They know how to get themselves to sleep. Sleeping through the night since day 1. Since I did not have to, you know how like you have to wake up and feed them? Ever since I stopped doing that, they slept through the night. Kenny slept the first 6 months of his life, like literally away. And I'm not mad at him for it. You know, it's okay. So that was the benefit of some thumb sucking. But I know it, I have tried every way to get him to stop. So a few ways that I've tried, you know, old school ways, like I put a Band-Aid on it, was not a deterrent. I put hot sauce on it. I remember my mom put hot sauce on it, wrapped it in tape, and I don't know if she was just grasping at straws. I don't know. But like when you're past a certain age, you're not gonna stop unless you really want to stop. And because kids were talking about me, I really wanted to stop, so I just kicked the habit. I think I stopped when I was like 6 or 7. maybe older. But yeah, I think for that, you have to be like a little self-aware and like say like, hey, okay, I'm gonna stop. But Elijah would have kept sucking his thumb for the rest of his life. I know it. He's very strong-willed. And he just really would have kept going. We also tried like a thumb glove, like a little glove, and it goes, and it's like really hard to take off, but he would always get it off somehow. We tried an elbow brace. So an elbow brace keeps, is a brace that's for the elbow, but it stops at 90 degrees. So he cannot bend his arm further than 90 degrees. So he can get the thumb in his mouth. But somehow this child was able to force the thumb in his mouth with the brace on. So we returned that one with a quickness. And then we tried Nixit. So Nixit is basically, I'll put a picture. It's basically like a little pin with like disgusting juice in it. It's disgusting. You just need to taste it one time and know that it is disgusting. So we were just putting it all over his thumb, and it worked until he, you know, washed his hands enough time, and then it didn't work. So he got used to not doing it, and so he was sucking his thumb a lot less, which was helpful, like getting him to, but we had to keep reapplying it. And so I was just like, oh, well, you know, I'm just gonna like wash my hands with it, because I don't even know what's in this stuff. And I keep having to put it on. So, I mean, I felt like the first time I did it, it worked in like 2 days. Like he stopped, I used it, 2 days later, he stopped. He was good. Like, and then like I caught him sucking again, then had to keep doing it again. And then he would stop for a long time. And then once it wears off, then he'd be right back at it again. So it's just like once it washes off, or like once he realizes that it's gone, he's like, okay, I can keep sucking. No friend. But I will say this. Okay, so before I tell you what really works, after he finally stopped, I realized so expect your child to be a lot more hyper, okay? And for the naps to be maybe a little bit more sporadic, maybe like shorter naps, which I'll take. I'll take a shorter nap. Fine. But he was a lot more hyper once the thumb sucking stops, because now he's not like laying down and resting with his thumb in his mouth. That's how he calms his body, was sucking his thumb. And now he can't do that anymore. So now we're working on other ways of teaching him how to really calm his body down and really, you know, try to self-regulate without the thumb. So that is our next challenge. And I will update you when I find something that works, okay? Because this kid, I'm about ready to give the thumb back, okay? He can have it back, okay? Just as long as he's in out somewhere. But I am glad that he stopped sucking it. But it's been a road. It's been a road. So there is some nail bitters that worked like a charm. It's by Ella and Mila. I'll put it here. And this is not an ad. It's their nail bitters, and it's for thumb sucking. So you paint it on just like nail polish. It's clear. And what I really like about this one was that it stayed on. You didn't have to keep reapplying it. It stays on for like 7 days. Like whenever he would put it, no matter how much you wash your hands, it stays on because it's like nail polish. And if you like put it over, like say your kid wears nail polish, you can put it over their nail polish, and like it will not mess up the nail polish for one, but it won't come off, or it will, you know, it's so awesome. I love it. It's great. It's great for nail biting too. That's what it's made for. So you just paint it on and you go. And they don't, and I don't think it doesn't taste, it's just like, it's very bitter. It's not as, it doesn't taste as nasty. It's like all natural. It doesn't taste as nasty as the Nixit, but like nasty enough to where they're like, not putting that back in my mouth. So I just love that I didn't have to keep reapplying it. Just applied it once, maybe that next week when I was just like, is it still on there? And I would like lick it and it would still be on there. Gross. I make sure you wash his hands, but I would make sure it was still on there. I'd be like, oh my God, it's still on there. Like, that's so crazy. Like after so many days. And then I just like put just a little bit more on there just cause like, I'm gonna use this stuff once. Like, let me use it again. So I put a little bit more on there. And yeah, it just worked like a charm. So that's how I got my kids to stop sucking their thumb. I will let you know how it goes with Kenny. He is only 2 now, so he can suck it some more because I still need him to nap, okay? I feel like it's really gonna mess with his sleep. And maybe right before he turns 3, we'll revisit. we'll come back, okay? Cause I'm not about to have like 2 of these people jumping off the walls. I need him to still nap. I just do. But that is it for today. I hope this really helped. I hope that you go and that you have success with it like I did. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. See you next time.